Hello there, and welcome to Napalm's newest news. And today I present you some of the biggest changes ever witnessed in War Thunder in my over 7.5 years of playing this game. I'm not exaggerating, and in the usual tradition you will find the links to everything necessary and important and interesting in the video description down below. So there is a video, we will watch that in just a minute, but I will also put a link or a timestamp in where you then can skip it and watch it for yourself later, and then I'll talk about the rest of the dev blog, which is vast and full and rich of information, and a good portion of saving huge amounts of time, silver line and research points, or to just research just a bit more in War Thunder Tech Tree and then delaying something if it goes up in Silverline or research point costs. So that in just a minute. Now let's watch the video, shall we?
Hello everyone. Today we will tell you what changes will happen in War Thunder Fleet in the nearest major update. New power is coming. War Thunder naval battles began with a so-called Mosquito fleet. These were small, fast motor combat vessels armed with torpedoes and light artillery. As time went on, a heavier fleet began to appear in the game. Frigates, destroyers, and light cruisers. We know very well that many War Thunder fans join naval battles to try their hand in handling large vessels. That's why in the New Power update, we have decided to divide the research of large and small vessels into two different progress branches. Now you can start the fleet research with reserve destroyers and move towards heavier vessels. Fast motor torpedo boats, gunboats, and frigates will continue participating in naval battles together with large vessels and aviation. But now they'll be researched separately within the small fleet line. The division between the small and large fleet allows us to make the large vessel branch more diverse. In the new Power update, we're introducing the first battle cruisers and battleships. True naval colossi with heavy armor and large caliber weapons. These are mainly combat vehicles produced at the beginning of the 20th century. It was they that represented the largest power on the sea during the period preceding World War II. Almost all game nations will get their battleships. Enormous, slow-going, and well-protected, they're capable of changing the combat situation with a single salvo delivered by large-caliber weapons. Naturally, it is battleships that will become target number one for the enemy aviation and fleet. Just remember that and destroy the most dangerous enemies, which may be out of your allies' depth. You can read more about the battleships of New Power update on our website devblog or War Thunder's social media. Be ready for New Power, and see you there.
So that is very interesting, and if you have skipped it, welcome back. So practically splitting the tech tree is absolutely the right thing to do. There are people that don't want to go through the patrol boats, whereas others really like them and had made a big progress already in the current tech tree. And obviously there will be possibilities to make some shortcuts. We'll talk about them in just a moment. Now, next to this, there will be also changes to the economy and the maximum reward multiplier for civil lines, for example, for the Blue Water Fleet, or what is now the big cruisers and destroyers. They will go up in arcade from 150 to 280% for arcade and up to 360% in realistic battle. That is more than welcome and absolutely the right step to do. So previously it was just absolutely not worth from a civilian standpoint to play, cruisers with big guns because they just took too long to take down an enemy. Yes, the fight itself was intense, but you just went out of the game with little to no civil lines to cover your repair cost, etc. And now that is a welcome change, and how this actually will work out, we'll see later. Then there is also a rearrangement of the majority of destroyers by ranks 1 and 2, and the reduction of multipliers, etc., etc. So be careful what you put a talisman on this. I would love to see this kind of information before War Thunder birthday sales would have begun. But there is also some other stuff. There will be a dev blog about the battleships probably later. It's not online as of the moment of making this video. Then there will be also destroyers being removed from sale. And that is a bit weird. First of all, I understand the Type 1939, the T-31. I understand the Z-20 Carl Galster, the Project 7U Struini, as I think it's called in the game, is not the greatest destroyer that I've ever seen. It was not really competitive when it came out with the closed beta of ships. And the Ciniere is outright bad. I made several videos about all those ships, and so you can look them up on my YouTube channel. The Project 41 Nostrashimi, on the other hand, that is maybe something that you want to pick up. On the 3rd of November, there should be a 50% discount for all those ships, where you then might be able to pick up for the last time done on a 50% discount. So keep that in mind. Then destroyers that will be added for sale are the following, and I want to mention here that the Clemson, the Porter, and this German 1924 iteration are not the same ships that we currently find in the tech tree. They are different ships, so it is not possible to research a tech tree ship and then later it will become premium. That is sadly not the case. How competitive they will be at their respective battle ratings, we will have to see later on. Now, there is also something about the marketplace where they still are on. Then some of the squadron reward vehicles will be shuffled around. And then also, as I said, the dev block for the battleships will come later on. And the best comment here, I believe there's something wrong with our bloody ships today. One of the most famous quotes from the Battle of Jutland. So, yeah, massive changes. Now, one final thing is here, there is also this massive Excel spreadsheet that gives already away the changes in rank, purchase cost, civil line wise, and research cost, RP wise, crew training cost, crew expert cost, ace crew, etc., etc. It really depends currently on your situation in the tech tree, on your progress of the tech tree, what kind of premium vehicles you have, and what you want to play later on. And there are the changes. You either have to buy vehicles now in order to save civil lines and RP, or you just delay the research progress and the civil line purchase, because there are sometimes massive changes. Just look at here the battle, the 14, that from the purchase cost goes down massively from 250,000 civil lines to a mere 77,000 civil lines. So that is a reduction of 173,000 civil lines. That is massive. And that is without the discounts, by the way. And also the research costs in terms of RP are significantly less. You're saving yourself, I don't know, more than 2/3, right? That is massive, or it's almost 3/4. That is big. Crew training costs and expert crew qualification costs are, respectively the same. And then we also have, in certain cases, an increase. So if you look here at this there, which is the HMS Southampton, that goes significantly up with research cost, with civil line purchase cost, and with the crew training cost. So this is where, if you purchase it right now and put it into a crew, you will have a significant saving later on. And yeah, I wish that this would have come on a few days earlier so that we would have planned to save even more. But it is what it is. Again, link to everything in the video description down below. This goes for Britain, for the US, for Germany, for Italy, for Japan, and actually all the naval nations that there are. So again, it depends on your specific progress and what you want to see later on. How this all will turn out later in terms of gameplay, because there is no mention on changes for the stock grind, for the map design, the economy, except here this part. We'll have to see. The changes are so massive that the majority of, verdicts would be pure speculation. Anyway, that's it for me today for this dev blog. Again, link in the description down below, and we'll see each other on the waves of War Thunder after you have given this video a like and subscribed.